Togiak Bay, Thursday, January 12th, 2012. What a lovely day.
Hello, my name's Birdman, Kevin Francis Ramey, and as you can see we live in a cold, barren country here, but I wanted to update you a little bit on the plight of Togiak's Yupik elder Bessie Blue. There was some communication with an assistant district attorney who interviewed Bessie and found out that her wishes support Shane and Vickie Clark's position in this matter. And I also want to just go over real briefly with you a couple of documents. The power of attorney. This is the Alaska State Power of Attorney. You get off their site, but I want to read one quick point here. Naming your agent. It is critically important that you thoroughly trust the person you name in your power of attorney. The authority you give as the principal can have a major impact for you. For instance, your agent may sell your house, withdraw money from your account, or place you in a nursing home. Unlike a guardian or conservator, a person acting with a power of attorney does not have to answer to a court. There will be no formal oversight of your agent regarding the decisions he or she makes. In addition, it is very important to make sure the agent understands what your wishes are. Therefore, it is highly recommended that you discuss your wishes and desires with the person you name in your power of attorney. And basically, this was signed by Bessie, naming Shane and Vickie, her daughter, as her power of attorney. She's got a very nice handwriting there. Very nice 70-year-old Yupik elder that her wishes were to be home with the ones that have been taking care of her, the ones she loved, and it seems like that's happening. But it still gets back to, this was sidestepped around. The court said that they dissolved this, which they don't have the authority to dissolve. They also created this restraining order on the day that they were taken, Bessie, which slanders possibly Shane and Vickie on many issues here, and but the main thing about this is it was ordering Shane not to do his fiduciary duty under the power of attorney, and Bessie was explained all this before she signed, before I notarized this document, to where she understood clearly what she was doing, and I saw that in her. It's kind of interesting the chain of events that take place when we stand up and do things like this. But the other thing I want to point the direction to is Public Law 84-830. It's an act to confer upon Alaska autonomy in the field of mental health, transfer to the federal government of the territory the physical and functional responsibility for the hospitalization of committed mental patients and for other purposes. This is the Alaska Trust. It's the Alaska Mental Health Trust Act, which was the enabling act that a couple years, this was done in 1956, a couple years later they did statehood and kind of went through that process. But this thing lays it out, the powers of the territorial government for the purpose of vesting in the territory of Alaska comparable in scope to that of the states and other territories of the United States in the field of mental health. The territorial legislature is hereby authorized to enact such laws on the subject of mental health as it may deem appropriate, and such legislation may supersede any of the acts cited in Section 301. Of course, you'd have to go through this yourself and see what all that means, but basically that's the vehicle that created the Alaska Trust that we are apparent subjects under, and in the villages for a long time they were removing kids under ICWA and children in need of assistance left and right, and that's kind of trimmed down because of tribal insertion of their own autonomy, to where it basically slowed down the amount of kids that were being adjudicated, out of the villages and into the state trust system. So that's been a good thing, except with elder fraud and agencies like that, another agency, it's just, where do they get their authority to just come in and come on another person's land, force their way through their door and take them by their arm and lead them off, and then we have to go through all these types of changes. And that's one of the things Sui Juris Court Angels was founded for. I've got the address right down here. All comments and things can be addressed to me at Birdman, Kevin Francis Ramey, care of Post Office Box 223, Togiak, Alaska 99678. I am a notary public. Everything's in order there, and I did notarize this power of attorney. And but I've been studying a lot of these things, how they interweave ANCSCA, how it comes into play here, and there's a lot of things that just aren't right. And I think it would be a good thing for the state government and the federal government to truly sit down with the indigenous tribes of Alaska and come to a mutual meeting of the minds and agreement of where we can take these communities today, clean up the mess and the dark cloud over them, and take them into a better community for us and our children, our posterity tomorrow. So these are the issues we're looking at. And once again, you can comment me at that address I gave you. The cameraman can take and go down there and get a shot of that, a good shot of that. And in closing, I want to thank everybody for their help and support in this important issue. I hope you have a happy 2012. Thank you.
You have no say. You're not the owner of this property.
What? I am her.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You cannot sign any paperwork for anything.
I'm not gonna argue with you, dumbass. Get the fuck off the property.
We're not going to leave.
Get out of here. I'm not warning you anymore. You've been warned.
Please send all comments to Sui Juris Court Angels Foundation, care of Birdman, Kevin Francis Ramey, Post Office Box 223, Togiak, Alaska 99678, or you may call area code 907-493-5162. You may also email at birdmankfr@yahoo.com. Thank you very much.